Alright guys, we're doing this one more time. We had a little technical issue, or should we say, a sound issue. We're still live at Intuition Ale, doing an episode of the Boldcasters. My name's Clay.
My name's Jay. I'm Justin.
And we're still going to have sound issue. It's what it is. This is what you have on a live podcast. You can't help it. So, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Well, at any rate, so back to Porch Fest. Porch Fest is going to be exceptional.
I actually haven't done Porch Fest before. Is it more in the neighborhood or is it down on Main Street?
It's all over.
So all over Springfield?
Yeah.
And if you couldn't hear, Jason said Porch Fest, 2017.
Yes. Hopefully, from this point onward, until we're kicked out of Intuition, we'll have a little quietness.
Hopefully, maybe.
But
it's a little vibrant around here.
But at any rate,
The cheese curds here are dope, though.
the cheese curds, the poutine.
Money.
Pork rind nachos.
Yes. So if you haven't made it down here, come down here. They also have a Florida-Georgia state line. It is a peach.
It's a peach I-10.
Yes, that's what I thought.
That's what
There
it is.
you go.
It's exceptional.
Money.
But so Porch Fest, Crispies will be open.
They've done some great work in Crispies. It's a
Yeah.
very nice place. Pizza place. Totally redone on the inside. I think the original location was put up in the early 20th century. The woodwork in there is incredible. It's got like a little balcony on the top. Great place. The guy Crispy, I met him about a month and a half ago. Really friendly. The pizza in there is pretty good. And they have I want to say 24 taps.
What kind of pizza they got?
I had a very base pizza. He was giving it out, so I don't know what the menu is.
So I don't know if you guys know this, but Springfield is really booming right now.
Yeah.
It's like the having a spot. They got a couple breweries opening. I think Main and 6.
Man and 6 will be opening 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock on Saturday. I wish I could attend, but sadly, Publix is calling.
Boldcastify will be there in some sort.
What's the other recent brewery that's opened over there?
Hyperion, right up the street.
Yeah.
And Stream Sports Brewery will be right up the street north of that.
Yep.
So
And-
Springfield will have 3 breweries in an amount of, 18 months? Give or take?
Yeah, the pizza place. Well, it's more than a pizza place. It's a lot.
Well,
Oh, yeah, there's a lot going
it's
on.
It's a multifaceted venue, and then you got 2 breweries. You got that fancy new coffee shop. There's just so much has moved. There's a 5-star moved into that neighborhood.
Yes.
Just that same strip. So like all of that Main Street block, those couple blocks are getting filled up real quick.
Yeah.
So it's the second hottest spot in the downtown area besides La Villa. Man, driving down here, it's just like all kinds of buildings going up in La Villa.
Yeah. Middle range apartment buildings, I believe.
Literally, just like everybody's gonna live in La Villa. But
That's the way it seems. Especially if you're in our range.
so yeah, the affordable stuff will be in La Villa.
Right.
I'm kind of curious to see what comes with that, because you're not gonna have all these people move in and have like no place for them to buy groceries or.
Yeah.
No, you imagine there's going to be something. But they're also talking about how it's going to be walkable for the first set of La Villa apartments.
Yeah.
Walkable to go to Fresh Market is what they're trying to aim for. That's their aim.
That's a hefty bridge walk.
It's literally just the overpass.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just the overpass. But I mean, going there, easy. Coming home with a few bags of groceries.
I did it in Korea.
A little
You can do it.
frustrating.
You can do it.
Honestly, it only takes a couple little changes. Like when I lived in Korea, that giant roll of toilet paper had a little plastic handle on top. Bam! All of a sudden, I can carry it home.
Yeah, I mean, you can make it work for the walking aspect.
Our buddy Werner's just walked down from near La Villa to Intuition. He's around here somewhere.
They'll find us eventually.
It's a fast moving.
The core has life.
Yeah, Which I don't know if you
Oh.
find a common theme in our podcast. We do talk about the core. We talk about the the outskirts of the core.
We do very much focus on the core because obviously we want the core. What we want to be eventually the heartbeat of the city to
And
be successful. But what I was going to touch on is the Jack's Brew Bus is doing a special edition to where they're running to Cricket Rooster and they're running to Main and 6 for the first time.
yep,
Dang.
and the beers are going to be flowing.
Yes, beers will be flowing.
To add on to the Jack's Brew Bus, not really part of this Canadian conversation, but the Brew Bus will also, if you live out of the beaches, you can get a ticket to the Jaguar game and ride the Brew Bus to the Jaguar game.
Dude, why are you doing that?
That's
If you're going to abandon our tailgate,
That's
that's what you abandon the
Yeah,
tailgate for.
that's a good reason.
I
That's
like-
where you should go.
I like that idea.
Yeah, if you're not going to tailgate with us, that's the end. And for anyone else that's not tailgating, do that with your life.
No, come do Von Bryant.
I'm saying if you're not going to
But
tailgate.
if you're not going to do that...
Yeah, if you're going to be a sucker and not tailgate, go that route.
Oh, I just don't like people.
that's the problem. There's a whole bunch of people at the tailgate.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
It's a big
yeah.
roadblock.
If you don't like people and you're going into a stadium full of 60-some-odd thousand.
Well, that's why I make sure I choose a row because we're Jacksonville Jaguar fans. Obviously, if you did not know that,
Yeah, breaking news.
I choose a row with no one around me, and still I can do that. It's pretty nice. I can spread out.
Yeah, you got a couple more weeks so you can do that.
Yeah, I mean, those times are starting to go away.
Yeah,
But we'll talk about that here coming up shortly.
but so down inside the core, something just transpired. What is it, guys?
I know a few things that just transpired.
Well,
One big opening.
One big opening. The Calvert.
Finally. We talked about it on this podcast numerous times. And now it's finally come to fruition.
I've yet to go. It will probably be a special occasion for
Yes.
me.
I have certainly Googled the building a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot
We
of,
have all
like-
Googled it. We have Googled it at one time,
Yes.
all together.
And it's beautiful.
It is quite beautiful.
I hear if you're legit and exclusive, then you're hitting the second floor.
Oh,
Yes, I hear good things about this. Like
If
second
you're just
floor.
common pores like us, you can probably hit the ground floor.
or the top floor, which I will probably hit because it's cheaper.
But that second floor in the middle is like extra elegant, and it's like you suit jacket only.
Where you see the little fancy balcony.
Yes.
So
But I've seen amazing pictures. I saw they had a creme brulee built inside of a not a donut, but a like an apple fritter.
interesting. Bold.
So that was pretty sweet. That was pretty sick.
I'm gonna save up half of my income for the year. I'm gonna give myself a tomahawk ribeye.
That's the way to do it. That's a good saving. I like that. That's a good choice.
I talked to a buddy that had been down there. He said it is steep. He said he got the 10-ounce tenderloin.
Yeah.
The potatoes au gratin, 2 jambos, 1 mixed drink, and
Partridge in a pear tree.
and
That's a lot.
and some asparagus for $120.
Wow, that is honestly cheaper than I was expecting.
Yeah, that's not bad for all you were naming off.
That would only be like $12 an ounce if it was just a steak. That's not bad.
No.
I was expecting so much worse.
But that's not even kind of the Wagyu beef that they carry, or the other version, I believe. But
Panda steaks.
yeah, panda steaks, whatnot. But at any rate,
Got a soy sauce wrap on it. I assume.
that sounds pretty
Sounds
delightful.
But
So
it sounds really good. We definitely have to check it out. And when we do, we'll make a little event of it.
Oh, we'll let everybody know if we go.
Yes.
yes,
I am all in for a fancy boy night
Yes.
where we dress up
Ooh, I like that.
and we cocktail it up.
yeah, cocktails because that's
We
what I
hang
can
up the
afford.
craft beer for a minute,
That's what I can afford. at
He
this
said
place.
cocktails.
and then all three of us share a steak.
Yeah, 12 ounce.
There you go.
That's 4
Like
ounces
this.
for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. We can manage with that.
Yeah.
And I'll get us a side of asparagus.
No, Jason is like definitely allergic to asparagus.
Yeah, I'm very
asparagus is
much
out.
allergic to asparagus.
Damn it.
Thanks a lot, Jason.
But
Asshole.
I can do the potatoes au gratin. But at any rate, let's move on to
We've got
One
a few
Spark.
more things. Oh, we have one spark?
Yeah.
What happened to one spark?
You tell me, since you were there.
To art walk.
Oh, shoot. One Spark Art Walk, yes.
They were one and the same.
Yeah,
They-
I guess they have kind of blended together in recent years.
Were. Shoot, I screwed that one up.
I was unaware we had possibly breaking news.
No, One
No.
Spark took a timeout, and they needed to.
Yes,
Yes.
they
Lucky
definitely
for them,
need.
a hurricane came through, so they could have an excuse to.
They hopped on that excuse pretty quick too.
Yes.
But it was good. Now I'm doing it. Art walk was pretty mellow actually. They have expanded it in some aspects because they've taken it out of Hemming, but then they've added some back to Hemming.
It's a step forward and a step backwards.
Right. They've stretched it. They've stretched it down Laura Street.
What have they done to Hemming Park?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
It's probably that monument.
Probably, but no one wants to be there. But I mean, they had a lot going on last night. They had the food trucks lined up, just from Forsyth down to the landing. They had a whole bunch of them down in front of the landing. So you basically had all of Laura Street being active last night.
That's pretty cool. I think I'm not really sure what happened with the Hemming Park, but I know there was some dealings, some shady business dealings. So it's probably going to be at some time till where that park gets back up to full.
Oh yeah, that's not good. But they had a band out there.
don't
They
know
had a
if-
live band.
I don't know if it's gonna come back with what they. There's these beautiful new fences, and completely new sections where you can't walk. They've made
Yeah.
it a place that it's
It's
kind
not
of like
as friendly.
it's the same concept as like a McDonald's back in the '90s, where they used these really bright colors that were really abrasive and just made the place as unpleasant as possible, so you would get there and leave as quick as possible.
What are the fences there for? I must have driven by and not even paid attention.
They mulched over like a giant section of the park.
Yeah.
Well, I do know they want to make it flat.
They want to make it to where there's no surface for homeless people to hang out.
Right.
That's what they want to do.
That's their aim.
And that ain't going to work. Homeless people are just going to hang out across the street, or they're going to hang out in a different spot.
Yeah.
That's all you're gonna do. You're gonna have in front of the museum.
But I can tell you, when we did One Spark a couple years back, those homeless people were still there, and you didn't care.
Nope.
Because it was just packed out and full of energy.
Yeah, they just put a little tent over them.
I think the idea that they had a year or two ago where they were doing events and programming and there was constantly something happening in Hemming Park, that was the right direction to go, but unfortunately they gave up on that and now they're doing something else.
Yeah, which I mean, definitely sucks, but I think with time it could possibly grow back to something like that. I just think the amount of money that was taken to do that was a bit much, me personally.
Right.
I think it was a worthwhile investment considering what it was turning into. It's going to cost you money either way.
That is very
I
accurate.
just don't know if using those funds that government is giving you to eat at Black Sheep is appropriate. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
And
it
that
wasn't.
was
It
one of
wasn't.
the-
It was. Some of the funds were abused, but I mean,
I get where you're coming from.
Either way.
that's a throwing the baby with the bathwater situation. Like there was a lot of good happening, and then there was like some mistakes, some bad choices. Get rid of those bad choices and keep the good thing.
But
You had activity all the time.
Right. You still can't reward them for.
No,
Yeah, you
get
can't-
somebody else to do the same thing.
And that's what I was about to say. You have to get someone else in there. You can't just let the cities idly have it. You
Well,
have to
do you
get
think if
someone
you're
back
going to
in there.
have it be like the signature like park of Jacksonville, like the centerpiece kind of spot, which as far as location, as far as historical relevance, it should be. If you're going to do that, it's going to cost you some money to do it, and it's worth doing it.
There's a lot of potential there.
Yeah,
We've already seen it.
How many presidents have spoken there?
Oh yeah, numerous.
Nixon. I can't remember if it was
LBJ,
Kennedy or LBJ.
Kennedy. Yeah, one of the two.
Like, it's a relevant spot. It's the
Yes.
talent center of Jacksonville. You should probably spend some money to make it worthwhile. And for a very short period of time, it was a place that was like...
They're
nice-
definitely
nice to
making
go
it
to.
back that way. But with that being said, we're going to slide over to food. As we've been talking, Calford, they put a lot of money into that. That's now popping and going. We also hear the Metro Diner. They're going with industry standards. They're starting to trim down their menu some.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Which I knew. I don't know if you guys knew.
It's the cost of franchising.
Yes.
Right.
That was my first thoughts. I still will go. It's just not going to have those weird items on the menu. That,
Like the PB&J burger I love.
PB&J burger.
Yeah.
Pisses
Or
me off.
what was it? The weird meatloaf they made that one time. I forget what it was called.
I don't know.
Their one-off menu will
Suffer.
disappear.
Yeah.
Which
But that kind of gave them that. That made them special.
yeah. But I think they got the crowd that they're gonna get. So they're good.
Cashing in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're cashing in. Hell, they've opened one next, about 10 minutes away from my aunt and uncle in Macon.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Along with that, you've got the new donut shop. That's a do-it-yourself donut shop in Jack's Beach.
That does not sound
That
safe.
doesn't sound fun at all.
How do you do that?
It does not sound safe.
I
Oh.
don't do it. Make me a donut or I'm not coming.
This guy, I'm on board.
It's just like they're. I believe they're cake donuts too. And if anyone who likes donuts likes cake donuts,
You don't like donuts.
yeah,
If
Did
you like,
something wrong.
if your favorite donut's a cake donut, you don't like donuts.
yeah. So
That's fine.
I'm not 100% sure. So don't shoot me if I'm wrong, but I believe they are cake donuts. You get to put your own toppings in them or on top of them,
Cool.
which is kind of cool. I think it's a gimmick. I
Sure.
don't think it lasts.
No, it doesn't sound appetizing. No offense to those people, but it just doesn't sound good. All right, last but not least, Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen is finally open at the town center.
Which is like a souped up. What did you call it? A souped up Olive Garden?
No,
Applebee's
no,
or
no.
something?
If you took like the concept of like a Chili's, but made all the food there good.
Ooh, wow, he just dropped it a notch. Or 3.
Like if you took
Yeah,
like all the food that you see at like
Chili's.
it's the menu's nothing wild. It's just everything that's made there is actually good. It's called Scratch Kitchen because they make everything from scratch and the food tastes a lot more fresh. It's a quality chain. If you're gonna go to a chain place, it's a good, like Ted's Montana Grill. I'm a big fan of Ted's Montana Grill.
It's quality.
They're a chain. They're
It's
a quality
quality.
chain.
All
I
right.
like their stuff.
Well, there you go. Well, a couple more things before we wrap this sucker up. Look back on something. What do y'all? Did anyone go to the Oktoberfest at the beach or the one down in the river?
I went to, out of all the Oktoberfests, I think I went to 0 of them.
All right.
I went to Pinkwood.
All right.
I ain't even making a Phobia Fest.
No Phobia Fest?
The premier event of Northeast Florida, I didn't make it.
I gotta say,
I feel bad about it, but I had to work.
wasn't as good as it was last year.
Oh man, did you guys have
Maggie,
the
your
pizza?
chicken costume didn't win.
Did you
I'm a
have
little
the
salty.
pizza?
No, I didn't have the pizza.
That poltergeist pizza, fucking fire.
I am salty about my chicken costume.
It was rigged. We all knew it was.
Was it Poultrygeist
No, not
pizza? What was a Poltergeist pizza? Made with real ghosts?
Yes. Ghost peppers. Ghost bonnet peppers.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Ooh, wee.
Hell yeah, it lit some people up.
It
Lit your
lit
butthole up.
it lit me up because they don't spread it around the pizza.
Well,
Just
there was
one
also
big
a
pile in the
pumpkin.
middle.
Well, there's a pumpkin sauce that came with it.
Yeah.
That someone had a pumpkin spread,
Oh yes, I heard about this.
and this was way too hot. And one of the owners, Troy, actually took a sample of
a
this.
straw.
He took a big old Saul sample and went like a scoop,
Yeah.
not realizing how hot it was. And let's say he was absent for about a half an hour.
Drinking creamers.
Should have had an IPA with him.
Yeah.
I
You want to cut the heat?
I
That's
don't
the best
know.
way.
I don't know
With an
how,
IPA.
I don't know how much heat you would have been cutting.
It was pretty warm. I had a little bit. It was not cool.
Not pleasant.
Just go more extreme double IPA.
Triple IPA.
Yeah.
Quadruple IPA.
120 minute.
I will say Bolt City's 9-year bash was not too bad. It was showing.
Yeah, I don't know what I did that night. I didn't make it out.
You didn't make it over there?
No. But
Wicked Barley had a pretty good event going on.
Wicked Barley has a pretty good event on Sunday.
yeah, they have events all the time.
They do. They are a very event-laden place.
My favorite event they have is that they show up to my tailgate and they give me beer.
Not this Sunday.
Maybe not this Sunday.
Engine 15 will be there.
Whatever. Somebody better be there handing me beer.
Wow.
Wow.
Justin's a whore when it comes to beer,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen. Especially it's local.
Yes.
So, we have anything else on the docket?
Did you want to touch back on the Bearded Buffalo Brewery?
We have a little bit. Basically, the best I was observed that night was you have individual satellite tables, wooden tables, like, what do you call it? High tops, with benches that's set up in the very front when you walk in. When you walk through the front door, you have the windows that open up.
Oh yeah. Very
So you can get the-
very common in
It's similar to the garage
Yep.
in that aspect.
Yep. All right.
Which is all by the same owner, Scott. Along with that, you can go up to the bar. The bar has the electric menu, has everything up there. Then you walk around. You have a couple big booths back there on the side. Not a lot of room. It's cozy. The bar is low. And of course, then you have the very large buffalo head that's on the wall. Which
Yes.
I had a great picture of some guy in a Confederate outfit standing in front of the buffalo head. You would think I would have seen him at the Crooked Rooster and not in Riverside. Irony.
This is very true. But
But
our time is done.
that is it. And
Laugh
that
it
is
all.
that is our episode of the Boldcasters. Thanks for joining us for this live episode here at Intuition. Be sure to come down here and check it out, and check out Black Sheep. Thanks for joining us. Be bold. Boldcastify.
All right.